The Constitution of India is not just a book drafted in 1950. It is a living document, constantly interpreted, expanded, and protected by the Supreme Court of India. Many Supreme Court judgments have gone far beyond settling individual disputes. They have shaped our fundamental rights, defined the limits of Parliament's power, strengthened democracy, and protected the rule of law. Hi, welcome to Achievers Law Academy's YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll learn 25 landmark judgments of Supreme Court of India with a slightly detailed explanation of their background, the constitutional issue involved, and the principle laid down and their long-term impact. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, do subscribe and continue watching this video. The first case is A.K. Gopalan vs. State of Madras 1950. This was one of the earliest constitutional cases decided by the Supreme Court. The petitioner was detained under Preventive Detention Act and challenged his detention. The issue was whether preventive detention violated Article 19, 21 and 22 of Indian Constitution. The Supreme Court held that each fundamental right is separate and independent. It ruled that Article 21 only requires a procedure established by law, even if that procedure is unfair or unreasonable. This judgment gave a very narrow interpretation to personal liberty and upheld legislative supremacy. The second case is Shankari Prasad vs. Union of India 1951. This case challenged the first constitutional amendment, which restricted the right to property. The question was whether Parliament could amend fundamental rights. The Supreme Court held that Parliament has the power to amend fundamental rights under Article 368. This judgment supported parliamentary supremacy in constitutional amendments. The third case is Golaknath vs. State of Punjab, 1967. In this case, the Supreme Court took a completely different approach. The court held that fundamental rights are immutable and Parliament cannot amend them. Article 368 was interpreted as only a procedural provision. This judgment created serious constitutional conflict and led to the 24th Constitutional Amendment. The fourth case is Keshavananda Bharati vs. State of Kerala 1973. This is the most important constitutional judgment in Indian history ever. The issue was whether Parliament's power to amend the constitution was unlimited. By a very narrow majority, the court held that Parliament can amend any part of the constitution, but it cannot destroy the basic structure of the constitution. This case gave birth to the basic structure doctrine, which includes rule of law, judicial review, federalism, and constitutional supremacy. The fifth case is Indira Nehru Gandhi vs. Raj Narain 1975. This case arose out of a challenge to the Prime Minister's election. Parliament attempted to place elections beyond judicial review. The Supreme Court struck this down, holding that free and fair elections and rule of law are part of basic structure. The sixth case is Minerva Mills vs. Union of India 1980. This case reaffirmed the Keshavananda Bharati's judgment. The court held that limited amending power of Parliament and judicial review are part of basic structure. It also restored the balance between fundamental rights and DPSPs. The seventh case is Maneka Gandhi vs. Union of India 1978. This case transformed Article 21 completely. The petitioner's passport was impounded without giving reasons. The court held that any procedure under Article 21 must be just, fair and reasonable. Articles 14, 19 and 21 were read together, greatly expanding personal liberty. The eighth case is Sunil Batra vs. Delhi Administration 1978. This case dealt with custodial violence inside prisons. The Supreme Court held that prisoners do not lose all fundamental rights. Torture and inhuman treatment violate Article 21. This case recognized human dignity even beyond prison walls. The ninth case is Husainara Khatun vs. State of Bihar 1979. This public interest litigation exposed thousands of under-trial prisoners detained for years without trial. The court declared that the right to speedy trial is an essential part of Article 21. This judgment strengthened access to justice. The 10th case is Olga Tellis vs. Bombay Municipal Corporation 1985. Pavement dwellers challenged their eviction. The court held that the right to livelihood is an integral part of right to life. However, eviction is permissible if done through due process of law. The 11th case is Vishaka vs. State of Rajasthan, 1997. In the absence of a legislation on sexual harassment at workplaces, the Supreme Court framed the Vishaka guidelines, and these guidelines were based on constitutional principles and international conventions. They remained as a law until the Posh Act 2013. The 12th case is S.R. Bommai vs. Union of India, 1994. This landmark case restricted misuse of President's rule under Article 356. The court held that federalism is part of the basic structure doctrine and President's satisfaction is definitely subjected to judicial review. The 13th case is Quixote Holohan vs. Zakilhu, 1992. The constitutional validity of the anti-defection law was challenged. The court upheld the law but allowed judicial review of the Speaker's decisions. The next case is Navtej Singh Johar vs. Union of India, 2018. The court decriminalized consensual homosexual acts by reading down Section 377 of IPC. It held that constitutional morality must prevail over social morality. The next case is Justice K.S. Puttaswamy vs. Union of India, 2017. This judgment recognized the right to privacy as a fundamental right under Article 21 and it overruled the earlier decisions and became the foundation for data protection laws. The 17th case is Shayara Banu vs. Union of India, 2017. The practice of instant triple talaq was challenged. The Supreme Court held that the practice of triple talaq is unconstitutional as being arbitrary and violative of fundamental rights. The next case is Indian Young Lawyer Association vs. State of Kerala, 2018. Popularly known as the Sabarimala case, the court upheld gender equality and held that religious practices must conform to the constitutional morality. The next case is Rameshwar Prasad vs. Union of India, 2006. The dissolution of the Bihar Legislative Assembly was challenged. The Supreme Court held that the dissolution is unconstitutional and reaffirmed democratic principles. The next case in the line is Bachchan Singh vs. State of Punjab, 1980. The court upheld the constitutional validity of death penalty but restricted its use to the rarest of rare cases. The next case is Mukesh Kumar vs. State, which is known as Nirbhaya case. The Supreme Court upheld the death penalty and emphasized deterrence and protection of women's dignity. The next case is Manubhai Ratilal Patel vs. State of Gujarat. The court held that a fair and proper investigation is an essential part of Article 21. The next case is State of Madras vs. Champaran Dorairajan, 1951. The court struck down communal reservations in educational institutions. This judgment led to the first constitutional amendment by introducing Article 15 Clause 4. The next case is ADM Jabalpur vs. Shivkant Shukla, 1976. During the emergency, the court held that the fundamental rights could be suspended, but this judgment was later overruled and is widely criticized. The next case is I.R. Koilar vs. State of Tamil Nadu, 2007. The Supreme Court held that laws placed in 9th Schedule are subjected to the basic structure test, which means judicial review is allowed. 25. Vineet Narain vs. Union of India, 1997. The Supreme Court laid down guidelines to ensure independence of investigative agencies like the CBI. These 25 landmark judgments show how the Supreme Court of India acts as a guardian of the Constitution, the protector of fundamental rights and defender of democracy. For any serious aspirant, these cases are not optional. They are foundational pillars of Indian Constitution. And that's it for today. If you like the video, do like it, share with your friends and subscribe to Achievers Law Academy's YouTube channel for more such useful videos. Thank you.